Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Mark.
And this is the Dark Ballcast.
This week proudly sponsored by Impartial Third Party Relationship Surveys. Send your surveys 2 days.
Guess what, mate?
What?
It's only coming home, innit?
Oh, is it this time of year again?
It's the World Bloody Cup.
Isn't it a bit fucking cold for football, though?
Ah! Glad you mentioned that.
Right.
Because that leads us on to the controversy that is the 2022 World Cup.
Is the controversy?
It's massive controversy.
Are we still in it?
I'm going to say yes.
Is it coming home?
I'm going to say yes, but it's only just started, I think.
Right, okay.
I think we've had one game and we've won it.
Oh, against who, though?
Iran.
I mean,
You can't laugh. It's
I didn't
racist.
even know they had football in Iran.
Well, this is the thing, because the World Cup is in Qatar,
And where's Qatar?
the Middle East.
Of what?
The
Mark,
world.
The Middle East, what, the world?
Yeah, but I suppose it
Don't it
depends
just
on where
depend
you
what
stood there,
side
doesn't it?
you're on?
Well, yeah, you know, it just,
We spin, Mark.
the fucking desert, all right? How would you, do you know what I mean?
It's the middle of the East compared to what?
Just why are you being like this? Yeah, you know what I mean. Stop it.
All right,
Right.
okay. I know
So,
what you mean.
The reason
In the
it's
desert,
the
you
reason
don't
it's
remember your name.
right.
Right.
So it's in Qatar.
Yep.
The reason it's in December is because it's far, 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 far too hot in Qatar to play it in summer.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't remember it being in December.
Because it's not normally. It's normally a summer job.
Why didn't they just pick somewhere else?
Well, this is the controversy.
Right, okay.
Because they obviously they've I don't know if they do it by voting or committee or what when they pick where the World Cup's going to be. But this year they picked, as soon as they picked Qatar, everyone went, well, that's bollocks.
Well, yeah, because everyone our side of the globe will have packed on their winter pounds already.
Well, no,
We're all out of shape. We're flabby because it's Christmas.
That's the thing. They can only win because we're all fat.
Yeah.
But it's because it's not a footballing nation.
They got a team, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then it is. Why are they gatekeeping football? It's literally a fucking game for.
But they're saying it's because Qatar has bought the fact that the World Cup's coming to Qatar. They've bribed loads of people to get it to come there.
Don't they all pay?
And what
Does Qatar have oil? They have
Yes.
lots of oil.
Yes.
Well, there you go then.
And
there's going
human
to be
rights issue,
football.
and human rights issues.
Slippery, oily football.
That's what they should do.
Yeah,
They should
oil
coat
it
the
up.
balls in oil.
Oil it up.
Oily balls.
And
they can call it oil
bonus,
ball.
If you win, you get to keep the oil. If you lose, they set you on fire. Immediately. From the sky.
Now, there's all sorts of controversies. Like there's someone brought this someone brought this thing up to me. He showed me these pictures, and they're of all, because Qatar's trying to put on this show of the fact that the World Cup being in Qatar is completely normal and it's not been bought or bribed in any way. You know, it's there legitimately. You know this. So they started posting all these pictures
Right.
of loads of fans.
Right.
All like there'd be one picture of loads of Spanish fans, and they're all in Spanish shirts and they're waving Spanish flags. And you think, oh, that's all the Spanish fans who have come from Spain. And it's the same with Argentinian fans and British fans. Now, if you look at these pictures hard enough, and I don't want to sound like I'm dealing in eugenics or anything.
You're going to
If
sound
you look
like
at these
that
pictures
now.
hard enough, it's quite clear that the people in the pictures don't belong to the countries that they're saying they're from.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You can tell they're not from these countries. Do you know what I mean?
So what they're saying, they've made fake Mexicans.
Basically, they've got loads of basically they found a way to solidify the oil and shape it. It's like a Madame Two Swords thing.
They got waxwork fans
Waxwork
from all
fans, yeah.
corners.
That's exactly
of
what
the
it is.
globe
That's exactly what it is.
in the stadium.
That's exactly what it is.
In one fixed position of cheering.
Or they employ a couple of people
Yeah, to stand in with them.
to run round and change the position if their team's losing.
So like all these
they've all got
mannequins have
thumbs
thumbs up, and if they start losing,
Spin the hands round.
did you ever watch a program called Prank Patrol? The ninjas come out in their purple fucking ninja suits and flip the hands around,
That's exactly
turn
it.
their smiles upside down.
So there's another controversy as well, is that Qatar hasn't got the best human rights record.
Right.
Because in Qatar, if you are a gay,
Right.
that is punishable by up to 7 years in prison. Now we have to bring football home all the way from there. So as a sort of a protest, the England and Wales team, they signed up with this charity called One Love or something that promotes the rights of the gays. And they said they'd all wear a rainbow armband.
Yeah.
And then right at the last minute, FIFA, who govern football, they said, no, can't do that. Anyone caught wearing a rainbow armband on pitch will be given a sporting sanction, like a yellow card, basically. And if you get you get 2 bookings, 2 yellow cards, you get a match ban. So that's your tournament finished.
Oh, for fuck's sake. They can't do it to all of them, though.
Yeah,
They probably could, couldn't they?
but there's probably a lot of footballers there who couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's fair.
So there's that as well. And what gets me is the fact that people go, well, you know, how can you say they're not a footballing nation? They're hosting the World Cup. They've got a team. They had to build all of the stadiums for this tournament from scratch.
Oh, shit.
Because they don't have any.
There was just no presence of football.
And what gets me is the fact that there's a meme I've seen a couple of times flying about, and it's a picture, pictures of a couple of the stadiums, and people sort of crying, going, "Oh," because apparently, like the conditions for the workers were really, really bad, and like loads of people died basically while they're building these stadiums. Like they're going, "Oh, I'm not watching the World Cup because of all the people who died to build the stadiums and all that." And in the next slide, there's like a picture of the Taj Mahal and the pyramids, and people going, "Oh my God, look at these beautiful old buildings." Because, you know, it's supposed to be funny because loads of slaves were used and died to build them as well. So, but we like to see them because... But we block out the fact that the slaves died and built the pyramids. Yeah, but that was 4,000 bastard years ago.
It's 2022.
This is 2022. Do you know what I mean? Like, these stadiums have been built over the last couple of years. You can't compare a modern, one of the richest countries in the world, building state-of-the-art, ultra-modern football stadiums to some people who used to wear like fucking rags around their bollocks, building giant fucking monuments to Toblerone. I mean,
fucking hell.
That's, you know what I mean?
I mean, while we're on the topic,
What, of Toblerone?
Kinda. Big Ben's a bit suspicious, isn't it? What about big monuments? People probably died making Big Ben, didn't they?
The big old time cock.
Massive clock, that.
Did you know, I'm going to be mini-man anorak here, did you know that
What?
Big Ben...
What did you just say?
I'm going to be an anorak.
What does that mean?
Like
Putting
someone...
that coat?
Yeah, it is, but like someone who's like, oh, did you know?
Oh, okay, come on.
So, did you know that the big building, the Big Ben is actually the name of the bell. The building, the tower, is called the Queen Elizabeth Tower. She didn't take it with her, and she died. It's nice of her. She could have said, I want to be buried with that, please.
Do you think that...
Put that down with me.
Do we need to know the time that big?
It's the same time whether it's big or small.
But do we need it that big?
Why?
Come on, mate.
Loads of people from all about can see, then.
Bim, bom, bim, bom.
What if...
Can it just not?
What if you're stood a quarter of a mile away and you can't check your watch because your wrists are...
Just
hidden.
Just listen.
And you can't look at your phone. Your battery's run out. I need to know what time it
Oh,
is.
and
Look over there on that giant matchstick. It says it's 2:30.
And a wild Londony Cockney pigeon has pecked out your eyes. I couldn't get that out then.
Pecked out your eyes.
Pecked out your eyes. You just listen to the bing bongs. You just listen. Do you hear that in the distance? And Ben whispers to you, 12:03, mate.
Hold on. Do you think it bing bongs every minute?
Well, that's how it feels. It's too often.
So you heard the bing bong,
yeah.
and it's like 27 minutes past 2. That's
Mate,
not how it works.
I'm just saying.
It's on the hour, you cretin.
I've not learnt the code. Not yet, at least.
I've come to a moral dilemma.
Okay. Are you considering hosting the World Cup and building a stadium out of people's remains?
Out of people? No, I want them to be live.
Okay. Fair enough.
Now our audience for this podcast, to whom we are very grateful, because you listen. I was going to say because you pay our wages, but we haven't seen a penny from this bullshit. If anything, this costs us money.
Yeah. It costs you nothing. This is on your way.
Hold on,
Mark.
excuse me. It cost me petrol to get here.
Mate, this is on your way home from work.
No, I went home before I came here.
Oh,
because
okay.
I finished at 4.
Oh, well, you're not
Thank
claiming
you
that on
very
the
much.
dark ball mileage. You can fuck off.
So we have a small number of people from America who listen, I think, quite regularly now. Like last month, we had more American listeners than anywhere else.
Did they stay?
No, because this month it's down to 7. We've got 4.
That's quite a lot.
Not compared to last month.
How much was it last month?
More than that, but this month so far we've got 42 UK. So to put it in perspective,
I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah. There's people dropping off now thinking, oh, I'm not listening. I thought there was a successful podcast. I'm not listening. So I'm in a moral dilemma because I want to protect our American audience. I don't want them to go away.
Mark, they only need protecting from you.
I know, but this is the thing. I don't want them to go away. But there's been a couple of shootings in the last week, hasn't there?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, there has. There has, Stan.
It's bad news all around.
Last Saturday, 5 people shot to death in a gay club in Colorado. Yesterday, 6 people shot to death in a Walmart.
Don't they sell guns there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was someone who worked there, apparently.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Take the guns away.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but the problem is there's too many now, isn't there?
What,
it's
Americans?
It's like if...
We need a culling.
It's like if all of a sudden they banned socks. Right? There's already too many socks out there. And quite frankly, I like my socks.
Yeah, you've got a relationship with your socks.
Well, that's what all the Americans will say. I've got lots of socks.
I have a right to socks.
Yeah, I have a right to bear socks.
I have a constitutional right to bear socks upon my feet. I'm going to be a bit of an anorak here. Did you know this? Do you want to wear a really grim, depressing fact?
Oh, God. You just told me about 2 shootings, Mark.
I know.
You told me about the fact that there's a football stadium that's tarnished with the blood of the innocent. What more can you tell me that's depressing?
In World War II, in the camps, they used to shave the Jews, and they took all of that hair and weaved it into socks for the German submarine crews.
Why specifically them?
Well, feet get colder down there.
Do they?
Well, I assume so. It's quite cold near the surface. So
imagine how much colder it is down there.
That's simple physics, mate.
Yeah.
Or, back to America.
Oh, okay.
It's an important day, isn't it?
When?
Today.
What day is it?
It's Thanksgiving, Dan.
What are you thankful for, Mark?
What am I thankful for? Well, I thought we'd talk about... Well, let's talk a bit about Thanksgiving first for the people who don't know, and then we'll discuss what we're thankful for. Okay. If that's all right with you.
You know what? I'm getting a lot of stick this episode.
So... Thanksgiving.
I'm going to edit you out.
Mark, could you imagine? This is the whole episode. Mark, it's just you.
There's one button
reacting.
There's just a mute button
reacting to nothing.
Mark, what you don't realise is I've edited you out right now.
I'll just stop them.
All of that will be gone.
Go on then. Talk
So-
amongst yourself.
Thanksgiving, for all of you that don't know. I don't know what Thanksgiving
You're
is.
nothing without
No,
me.
I can't
You're
carry this.
fucking nothing
I can't
without
carry
me.
this podcast.
No, you can't.
I always,
Do you know what, right? Do you know what? I'm a fat man, okay? And I stay fat because of the weight of this podcast bears upon my shoulders, all right? You know the other week when I had a salad? I ain't had one since. Do you know what I did today at work? I had a pot noodle for me dinner, and before I put the hot water in it, I literally spent 5 minutes picking the peas out of it.
I had a
I
thought.
cannot lose weight for fear this podcast will crush us. So, Thanksgiving, it occurs on the 4th Thursday in November. I didn't know that.
Fourth Thursday.
Always the 4th Thursday.
Oh, I get it.
Why?
Yeah. Thursday, Thanksgiving. They've done it on purpose, haven't they?
4
Thursday.
November. So I was looking because I'm aware of Thanksgiving, but I always wondered what it like. What are they celebrating? So apparently it's when some British people sailed away from England because I don't know, they didn't like it. Fucking ungrateful cunts. And known as the Puritans.
Oh, is that what they were called?
Yeah, because they were
I
Protestant.
already don't like
They
them.
were Protestants and they wanted to get away from the Church of England.
Oh, okay.
And they settled in America, and then the local Native Americans who had lived on that land for thousands of years, not harming anybody, keeping to themselves, again, thousands of years living on that land, to the point where their name is Native American.
Oh,
The people who
came from
lived
America.
there first,
Yeah.
basically. And then these Puritans show up, admittedly British Puritans.
One second, man. Do you hear that?
What?
It's the sound of all 7 of our American listeners getting up and leaving.
No, it's the sound of all 7 American listeners shooting their Amazon Echoes. They're off down now to fucking protest Podbean. Yeah, and for a while, the Puritans, they established their little colony and whatnot, and they lived alongside the Native Americans, and the Native Americans showed them how to work the land and how best to grow crops, etc., etc. And one year, I think the story I read was that the guy, the chief of this certain Native American tribe.
I love how little preppers. You can really hear how little preppers gone into this.
This was this morning.
You know what? I love how you don't think, okay, I'm going to print screen this, get a little bit of. Some notes.
I have print screened all these stories, but I don't want to go back into my phone because you know what I'm like.
Instead of getting notes, you just go, "Nah, I'll just commit this to memory. This will be completely fine."
So basically,
I'll
this
just vaguely
this
recall it
Native
later.
American bloke,
Yeah,
he hears gunshots, and he thinks, "Oh, maybe," because they had a deal with the Puritans that they'd help each other, protect each other from rival tribes or whatever.
Right.
So they hear gunshots and they think maybe they're preparing for war. So this Native American chief takes 90 of his warriors, turns up and goes, "We heard gunshots. What's going on?" And the guy goes, "Oh, I was hunting for food and shit." And they go, "Oh, that's all right then." And then they have a big feast that lasts 3 days, and that's known as the first Thanksgiving.
A 3-day feast.
I know, it's a lot of fucking food, isn't it?
Oh my word!
And then basically, years go, everyone goes, "Oh, it's the first Thanksgiving. Absolutely brilliant, nice one."
Hunky-dory.
And then we'll do this every year.
And that's how the tradition carried on to this day.
Yeah, but then obviously they don't tell you about the genocide
Oh,
and all that, and like the Puritans, there's tensions. You got tense between them.
wonder why.
And
I
then-
wonder what kind of conversations went down.
I don't know, but basically, like 90% of that tribe was just basically fucking wiped out.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah. So, next time, America, you're all moaning about all the horrible stuff happening to your country, just remember it's like it's all, maybe all the bad luck comes from the fact that your entire country's built on an Indian burial ground.
Yeah, and maybe, if it's so bad, maybe you should just give it back.
There's no one to give it back to.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's a couple of old men sat in Arizona. That's about it.
Just go, here you go, mate. You can have it back. We're packing up. We're off to Qatar. We're off for the footy. You can have it back.
He just pisses me off. I know it's becoming a lot more relevant now, where people are saying no. The way we treat the Native Americans was wrong, etc. But
I mean,
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
They lived there for thousands of years. It's the same when the Spanish turned up with like the Mayans and the Incas and all that as well. Wiped them cunts out.
Wait, what happened there?
Oh, turned up and wiped them out.
Oh.
I just said that.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
I don't know. I haven't researched that one.
No, okay, you've not got any...
I just vaguely know of it.
You've not committed that to memory.
No. But I think some conquistadors turned up and said, "Oh, there's a lot of gold here. Let's kill all these people."
So, quirky stories aside...
What are you thankful for, Dan?
I'm thankful for...
Let's make a list each of stuff we're thankful for. You go first.
I'm thankful for the fact I've made it to this ripe old age. I'm not saying that...
How old are you?
Oh, I can't tell you that. I'm not saying I feel like I'm getting older, but every morning it feels like someone's turned up the gravity ever so slightly. And it's progressively getting worse.
Why are you thankful for that, Dan?
No, I'm thankful I'm alive still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the architect of the stadiums that have just been built in Qatar. Because, hear me out, one of the stadiums bears a striking resemblance to something. And obviously, people are looking at these stadiums and going, it's disgusting that these have just been built. He spent billions and billions of Qatarans. I don't know what they use there as currency.
Catrans.
Fucking fist.
Catamarans. What's a catamaran?
Boat.
Oh, they don't use those then. That'd be really inefficient.
All right, there are billions of half pints of oil.
It'd bring a new definition to an offshore bank account.
Catamaran. I'll just lob all my money in this dinghy and just set it afloat.
I've got an anchor out there and attached to it 16 boats.
Anyway, so they've spent billions of Qatar currencies on these stadiums and obviously killed lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people in the building of them. And then the architect was smart enough to know that the outside world would see that as a disgrace. So he made one of them look like a giant vagina.
Did it?
It looks exactly like a vagina.
I'm looking this up.
It's a big old quim.
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 That's a horrible word.
Is it? You reckon?
Yeah, it sounds horrid.
No, it's a great word. Quim.
Salmon cabinets. How do you spell Qatar? Does it follow
Qatar?
So it doesn't follow the rules.
Gammon draw.
Stadium. Let's have a look then, shall we?
Big old Minge Stadium.
I'll cut this out. Oh,
doesn't it?
I mean, aside from all the strings,
what strings?
There's all like string-looking things.
That's the tampon.
For fuck's sake!
And then there's one big floodlight at one end, and apparently, if you touch that,
does.
And if you touch, it does, doesn't it?
Oh my god!
And there's one big floodlight at one end, and if you touch that bit, everyone enjoys it more.
For fuck's sake!
So I'm thankful for the Vagina Stadium architect.
I'm thankful for the opportunity we have to do this every other week.
Oh, fuck off, you. So, as we've already discussed in the episode, it's coming home.
Yeah.
Now, because
It is.
it's over the next few weeks, the process in which we get, secure it to bring it home is going to be taking up a lot of time of people who like football.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of marriages, a lot of relationships that aren't going to break up, but there's going to be some. There's going to be one part of a partnership out there somewhere that is going to feel neglected.
Yeah,
over the next few weeks because their other half is taken up completely. Their lives taken over by football. I mean, I don't like football.
No, but it's not.
Even I'm in the sweepstakes at work.
Yeah, but Mark,
I've got a team I'm betting on, rooting on to win. Come on, Belgium. That's who I pulled out.
It's not that much time.
It's a few weeks.
No,
and
Mark.
it's and don't forget as well, it's getting colder. People with seasonal affective disorder, that's kicking in.
Yeah.
So,
no, but Mark, it's not a few weeks. It's 90 minutes every now and then.
Yeah, well, why don't you just let me do the intro to the segment?
All right, okay, yeah, let's keep this podcast going.
So, stop trying to derail me. We're gonna
stop being so easily derailed.
So this week, we're gonna give our fans something that they can do with their partners. That doesn't take long.
Is it sex?
No, it's not sex.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not doing WikiHow this week. We're doing RedTube.
Audible porn.
Let me just play this porn to the microphone. So yeah, we're gonna be doing something that partners can do if they think, I've been spending a bit too much time watching the footy. I best check in with the missus or the fella, just to make sure that the relationship stays strong.
Yeah.
If you're not in a relationship, feel free to turn off.
Yeah, just go back to your football.
Or single guys, you can do this with your mum. Give your mum a ring; she loves you. Single ladies, you can do this with the oven or something. This week's WikiHow, and we're going to play along.
Right.
16 questions to check in and build intimacy with your partner.
Oh, fucking hell.
What?
This is a good one.
So long-term relationships and marriages are usually filled with love and good intentions. But without active check-ins, how can you be sure that you'll stay connected? So what it's saying is that a marriage is like a hotel.
The way I see relationships is if it requires that much effort, you're better off without.
And that's why Dan's girlfriend is hung from the ceiling in the corner. By regularly asking your partner about how they're feeling, you can build an intimate, positive, fulfilling, and deeper relationship that's made to last. When it comes to creating and keeping the relationship of your dreams, the power is totally in your hands.
Oh,
check out our list of the top 15 best relationship check-in questions below. Now, I seem to remember the title said 16, so already I haven't got a lot of faith in this article.
There's a lot at stake for me here because I'm hoping this will make my girlfriend love me again.
Dan, you being a billionaire couldn't make your girlfriend love you. But this is only going to strengthen our relationship.
Yeah, okay, it's going to help us.
Question 1 that you can ask your partner.
Okay.
How can I make you feel loved today? So, learn to show love in ways that your partner will really see and appreciate. In all likelihood, you love to make your partner feel adored, but how can you be sure that you're choosing a gesture that will really speak to them? I feel like Frasier. Ask your partner what you can do specifically, and if they're unsure, offer examples. Then make it happen. This will help you fill your relationship with positive, loving moments. So, for example, ask about your partner's love languages.
Oh, it's like that fucking book, isn't it?
Like, would you rather me buy you a small surprise gift or write you a love note?
Gift, always. Mark,
look, I'll take the note only if it's a receipt for the gift.
Yeah, You can have gifts, or you can have a useless, worthless love note. Only a fool would choose the love note.
So figure out whether they are.
The love note has no monetary value. You can't trade a love note.
You can to someone who's desperately lonely.
No, but Mark, you sell that to them to buy more gifts.
So
proceed.
Figure out whether there are certain gestures they don't like. How do you feel about PDA, which is public display of affection, so fingering in public? Does that make you feel loved or annoyed? So do you get annoyed when I rim you at Sainsbury's?
Yeah, the first time, yes. The second time, I found it quite charming. But you did it just shortly after you'd given me a gift.
Is there anything I could do to show you that you're loved, cared for, and appreciated? As another great question you can ask. So let's take it in turns, right? So I'm going to ask you this question first, and then you can ask me the next question, and then we'll do it like that. So Dan, how can I make you feel loved today?
I like it when I don't have to wash the pots.
That's fine. Whenever I'm here and there are dirty pots that I've used in this flat that I don't live in, I will write a love note to your girlfriend and tell her to wash the pots.
For sake.
Do you feel closer to me? Do you feel more intimate? I do. I'm nursing a semi. I feel like I could thumb this in and it'd soon grow to a full erection.
Like nursing?
Yeah.
It implies that it's dying.
Mate, if there's one word that describes my penis in nearly all situations, it's dying. So question 2.
Oh.
Do I make you feel appreciated every day? So showing thanks for your partner improves their relationship satisfaction. It makes it sound like a bit of a business survey, doesn't it? So appreciation is a healthy relationship superpower.
Maybe we should have business surveys in relationships.
Yeah, so maybe instead, to be fair,
it'd be a lot more candid, wouldn't it?
To be fair, this whole thing is a survey, isn't it? You're asking your partner all these questions like, do I make you feel appreciated every day? You know, how can I make you feel more loved?
The only thing for me that would make this more...
Show you're working out.
The only thing that would make it more like suitable and loving and more intimate is if it was done by a private, impartial third party who would send it by an email to both me and my partner. Then we'd fill it out anonymously, obviously about each other though, and they'd handle the data and pass it back to us. And that's why this week is sponsored by... impartial third-party relationship counsellors. Send your relationship surveys 2 days. That's the motto.
Do you think people can tell that this podcast is made up as we go along? do you know what? Think that's part of its charm?
I think sometimes... we start semi-serious, like we're having like a conversation. I mean,
gun control and
Mark,
Thanksgiving genocide.
I hadn't heard about your family and kids in about 6 episodes, and quite frankly, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So to stay happy and in love, make gestures of mutual gratitude your go-to. Ask your partner whether they feel that that you routinely show them how much you love being in their life. If you don't stress. Instead, ask them how you can improve and then follow through. Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh.
If they tell you that you're great in this area, ask them what's working. What do I do that makes you feel super appreciated? If not, ask them to give you ideas for the future. What can I do to get better? Would a simple thank you do the trick, or do you need more? So, like, if Sophie makes me a cup of coffee, as a nice little surprise, and ask her to make one, I'm going to just throw her down on the floor and mot her the fuck out.
Jesus, man.
Simple as.
What the fuck? Just drink your coffee and be a good husband.
I am out of her uterus.
Oh.
She is going to be fuming that I mentioned her uterus.
Well, you didn't say anything about it.
I'm drinking coffee out of it.
It's not. That's non-specific.
What, like, what, roast? Or so that'd piss me off. Like, you don't have to make your partner feel appreciated every day to have a good
No.
marriage. I've never once made Sophie feel appreciated, and she does. We're still together. I mean, partly because she doesn't dare leave.
Partly because she's chained to the radiator. You know,
Partly because dead women don't walk.
You know, sometimes I think what makes a good relationship is
Fear.
okay. Okay, Matt, let's unpack this a little bit. No, I think a good quality in a relationship is being comfortable in each other's silence.
Yeah.
You know, being able to sit there and
and
say
not say
absolutely
anything.
nothing. Like,
You
we've
see-
not spoken in months, and it's just a coincidence that she took all her stuff and blocked me on
I can't-
absolutely everything.
I can't remember my wife's name. That's how little we speak. Question 3. How do you think we're doing?
Oh, that's no. No, Mark. Right. Imagine we're sat there in an evening. We're eating our tea, and I just look over to you. No, right. Okay. I'm so.
I like it like it's me and you.
I'm Sophie now. I had to put myself in Sophie's position. I'm Sophie now. Can you imagine the dread it would strike into you if she just turned to you and went, "How do you think we're doing?"
Now, you see, I'm protected against this because at all times I have divorce papers in my pocket. And she knows if she goes, "How do you think we're doing?" I go, "Sign here." Sign here and get your shit out my
And
house.
You've got a
And that includes the kids.
You've got a solicitor on retainer in the corner of your room.
He's in the cupboard.
24/7.
Yeah.
Just waiting to jump out and sign them.
I mean, it's a horrific expense, but I'm ready to go.
I wondered why all your clothes are just really torn and ripped and you're living a life of poverty.
It's because I just have to pay for divorce, man. So I'm going to stop reading the little articles for these because I think they're a bit boring. I'm just going to read the headers of each question.
Right.
Question 4. How can I make your life easier this week?
You're not a waiter.
You could stop hiding my tampons for a start.
How else is she going to collect those face masks?
To sell on Etsy.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the next thing, wouldn't it? Because you could buy used underwear on Etsy.
You see, I'd win the market, to be honest. Because although I don't bleed monthly, I can make myself bleed with a sharp object.
Whenever you choose.
And I can jar that
Whenever
shit.
you choose. Supply and demand. So
How quickly do you think you get done for selling your own blood?
I don't know.
I think you get done pretty quick.
Is it illegal?
It's got to be illegal to sell blood.
Alexa, is it illegal to sell your own blood?
From creedyhealth.com. Selling of blood is illegal.
Oh, is that it? All right,
But
nice
why?
one.
Alexa, why is it illegal to sell your own blood?
From AFP.com. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, authorities began controlling paid blood donations after it was determined that a monetary system increased the spreading of diseases.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So they let it happen for a while, then they realised they could get no dollars from it, and they stopped it.
Yeah. So all tax in blood. There's a
Yeah.
blood tax.
Yeah.
So there you go. So what would you do if I said, how can I make your life easier this week then?
How the fuck did we get to that? How did we get to blood
What, to
selling?
selling blood?
You know, when,
tampons. Selling tampons on Etsy.
like I'd forgotten the question, and then when you read the question out, then I was like, surely this is the first time he said this. Because how the fuck did that caught me so off guard? Right, ask me it again.
How can I make your life easier this week?
By letting me borrow some blood to sell. Get a pretty penny
The
for
thing
that.
is, when you say borrow, how are you going to give me it back?
Well, I'll just skim some off the top from all the other blood batches. You can have it back. I'll sell you it back for half the price.
So, In a relationship, what would your answer to that be?
By I don't know. My life's already pretty easy. No, it's not. It's not. I lie. I said it out loud and I thought, oh, actually, you can pay for the heating bill.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Mate, do you want the number of my divorce guy? Question 5. What makes you feel closest to me? That's easy. Anal. Question 6. Is there anything you like that I've stopped doing? That's easy. Anal. Question 7.
I really liked the Business Walrus segment. And I feel like we've stopped putting in the effort with this podcast. Quite
You have?
frankly.
You have?
Me?
Yeah. You're fucking riding on my coattails, young man.
Are we arguing now?
Yeah.
It's-
This is a full-blown argument.
Oi! Oi! Can you hear this? He's arguing with me.
Who are you shouting to?
The people.
What people?
They deserve to know.
What? Well, of course, they're going to know. This is a podcast.
I'm cutting it out.
Everything we're talking about now will be released to them for them to listen to in their own sweet time.
Not if I have anything to do with it, Mark.
Do you know what? I don't think I've hated anyone more than I do at this moment.
It's because it's getting dark earlier, isn't
Right,
it?
Dan, is there anything that you like that I've stopped doing?
Having more hair. You used to have more hair, Mark.
I haven't had my hair cut for a while.
It's taking its sweet time growing back.
Oh, I do apologise.
Mark, this was meant to be a safe space for us to answer our
It was.
questions openly and honestly.
Well, that leads us on to question 7. Do you feel safe with me?
No.
Why?
No. Because
I
since...
don't know how you dare. You're the one who's talking about stealing and selling my blood.
No, I have to borrow your blood.
Oh, well
Thank
then.
you. Look, Mark, since the moment you came in, you have been laying a trail of air biscuits.
You have.
The flat, Mark, I'm going to have to move out. I don't think I'll get my deposit back because of the smell. The landlord, he's going to have to rip it down.
Yeah, but just say it's a Dharma type situation.
There's gonna be an
It's the bloke below you.
No.
It's convecting upwards.
No, the bloke below me's died from the smell.
I've got an honest question for you now.
Right.
Me and you are best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like brothers, man.
Brothers.
If we were gay, I'd be all inside you.
Yeah, probably.
If I accidentally shat myself on your sofa,
Oh, no.
what would you do? Bearing in mind these 3 factors.
Mark,
Are
you trying?
Hold on.
Is this just an elaborate
I-
way of you telling me that you've shit yourself?
I have not shit myself.
Okay,
yet.
good.
Bear in mind these 3 factors. A, I have been farting like a good one all night.
Right.
B, I'm not wearing underwear.
Oh my God. Was that meant to be sexy for the listener?
And C, your sofa is already dark brown.
I mean,
So, as a best friend, if I had a fart that fooled me, and I followed through onto this lovely corner sofa,
forgive me, Father,
What-
for I have been fooled.
what would you do?
Oh, Mark. I'd send you home.
You wouldn't let me shower or
I'd
anything.
send you home. I'd also send you an invoice
For a new sofa or cleaning this one.
for one large brown corner sofa settee cushion. That's what I'd do.
Right, well, in that case,
I'd also
I
move
haven't
out.
got anything to tell you. I also think that's a great way of rephrasing, do you feel safe with me? Because I don't feel safe now in this environment.
Mark, I don't feel
I
safe
thought
now.
I was safe to shit myself. Apparently not.
I thought I was safe to have a friend that didn't shit himself.
I'm a growing lad, all right?
Yeah. Mark, you have grown. Surely there can't be much more growing.
Question 8. How can we celebrate our relationship soon?
Sex. No.
Sexy time.
To be honest, I was hoping we could just bung it in there with Christmas.
There's no better way to celebrate a relationship than a hand job at the cinema.
You reckon?
Yeah, or on a bus.
I always feel.
Or while we're in the waiting room waiting to pick Ivor up from nursery.
Oh no! Oh.
Question 9.
I didn't even answer.
Go on then.
No, the moment's gone.
How can we communicate more intentionally? Now, this is an important question because I often find myself accidentally talking to you.
Letters.
I haven't meant to talk to you this entire time. I'm still waiting to say hello. I just keep accidentally saying stuff. One of the examples in how can we communicate more intentionally is make a plan for the future. Should we schedule regular times to talk things through so nothing gets swept under the rug? Well, sorry, but if you have to schedule times to talk with your partner, I mean, just break the fuck up. Question 10. Am I meeting your needs sexually? And that's a genuine question, please.
Where you going? Just for the listener. Just for the listener, right? I just want you to know, he asked me that question and began to advance. You didn't say he was grabbing a swig of coffee.
I don't think I have to.
You just started shuffling around.
Question.
No. We're going to start that one again.
Question 10. Am I meeting your needs sexually?
I'd say yes, because I don't need you sexually, Mark.
Whoa! This is...
How did you expect me to respond?
This is coming out of fucking nowhere.
My needs have been met. Just not by you.
Do you know how many times I've orgasmed in this flat?
Mark, I should hope you haven't. First you're shitting on my settee.
Look, I haven't told you about that yet. I mean, just because you don't need me sexually, does that mean you don't want me sexually?
Why are you so offended by this?
Because I want to feel wanted. Dan.
We've been Bezzy Mezzies for 7 years.
And not once have you tried to touch me.
Yeah, not once.
And I've been waiting. I just told you I had no underwear on. I've got loose shorts on. I'm sat with my legs up. And let's not forget, you're the one who started it by sending me a picture of one of your bollocks.
I always wondered why in the car you'd get your leg uncomfortably close to the gear stick.
Well, that's because your car's tiny and I'm fat as fuck.
For fuck's sake.
It is. It's uncomfortable to close the door in your car because I have to bunch up.
Bunch up.
Yes, I do.
What? Well, Mark, you're not fat. You're bubbly.
So that's a no for question 10, is it?
Short answer, no.
Question 11. How can fuck's sake? How can I help you grow in ways that you want to?
What the fuck?
So think of a way that you want to grow as a person. How can I help you do that?
Well, I'm about... In the literal sense, I'm not very tall. What's your solution, Mark?
Well, what I'm going to do, and you're going to love this, I'm going to stand on your feet,
Right.
and then I'm going to get your partner, lady friend, to grab your arms
Yeah.
and just fucking pull.
Just fall.
Just fucking pull. And if that don't work,
Yeah.
then I'll do what, you see like them African tribes ladies who have them big fucking coils
the
around their
long
necks. I'm going to coil you up. I'm going to get a slinky. I'm going to fucking wrap you up.
They got like so many like gold rings around their neck. don't they?
Yeah, and I'm going to do that. Not real gold.
Do you
'cause-
reckon though, like
And,
ever they
and then I'm going to leave them there for a few years, and then when I take them off, you're going to be all long and slender. So that's how I'd help you grow. So, question
is
12.
this still going?
Yeah, mate, we're only on question 12 of like 15 or 16.
Fuck
It's keeping us in the dark. Do you feel like our relationship is headed where you want it to?
Yeah.
This is a long. I mean, at this point, I'd just give up watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think I'd be finished.
Or just get invested. Like,
Fucking Qatar can win for all I give a fuck.
yeah. Oh, what's happening in Qatar?
It's once every 4 years, love. Give me a break. Do you feel like our relationship is heading where you want it to?
Yeah.
Where do you want it to head?
I don't know, not to Qatar.
Why? What's wrong with Qatar?
Well,
They've got vagina stadiums.
let me tell you a thing or two.
Go on then.
Did you know
This is going to be risky.
Did you know the stadium is made up of the femurs of 8,000 young men?
How big are these femurs?
Did I say thousand? I meant billion.
What a jump!
You could see where I got confused.
Can, yeah.
Just
Question 30. What makes you feel insecure in our relationship? This is really getting down to the nitty gritty of our psyches now. So what makes you feel insecure in our relationship?
I'm insecure.
Is it my monster dong?
No.
No.
I'm insecure about your immediate likability.
Oh,
You're just so lovable, Mark.
I'm jealous.
Let me squeeze that cheek of yours.
I'm jealous of your eyes. Mainly because you've got two. Question 14. Have I done anything recently that hurt your feelings?
Other than, demeaning me at basically every opportunity.
Have you tried not being such a little pussy?
See, Mark, this is what I tried telling you before we
Man the
started
fuck
recording.
up, eh? Grow some bollocks. Man the fuck up, you little bitch.
That's it. I'm moving back in with your mum. I've had enough. I'm packing my bags. I'm off to live with your mum again.
Question 15.
Oh, God.
Do you feel like our relationship has wounds that need healing?
Wombs?
Wounds.
Oh, okay. Nah.
Cool. Question
Probably
16.
not.
Question 16. How do you feel about how we divide our responsibilities?
Well, I've been thinking about this.
Go on.
Okay. So,
There's no comments, by the way, on this article.
there's no comments. Is it new?
No. Yeah.
Is it fresh off the shelf?
fresh off the wiki shelf?
the wiki warehouse? Like, it's like going to Argos, innit? But full of shit you don't need. Like an Argos.
Like Argos, yeah.
Oh.
So how do you feel about how we divvy up our relationship
Okay.
responsibilities?
So this is how the podcast goes.
Oh, come on.
Sometimes I come pick you up. I drive you here. Where you drink as much coffee as you want.
As I can.
We then sit around in my living room for about an hour or two in front of my microphones, which connect to my laptop. And after about 2 hours, we get into my car where I drive you home, and then I come back and I edit the podcast. Da, 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 da. I'd say mic drop, but these are actually my mics. I don't want to damage them.
I had no idea that you were harbouring such resentment.
Well, that's it. Episode 39. We've nearly done 40 episodes.
And I can't believe it's taken this long for you to show your true colours.
Well, you can only bottle things up for so long.
I am shook to my core.
Yeah, well, the truth hurts. And that was the Dark Ballcast. And always remember,
No one asked for it.
no one needed it.
This was it.
It was the Dark Ballcast.
Fuck off.